Chemical companies knew forever chemicals were deadly before health officials.
Yeah, and Conor McGregor sends the Miami Heat mascot to the hospital. That story's bananas.
Dina has more with Del Rio and Caraway this morning. Sidebar.
Yes, good morning. Such an array of stories this morning. Yes, all right, so we have our favorite guys here, Dan and Chuck, with Del Rio and Caraway to talk about some really important and trending topics in the legal world. And so we're going to start here with the toxic chemical conversation. So there was recently some information put out about a lot of companies involved in making these toxic chemicals may have known that they were toxic but hid that information from the public for years.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that we're always afraid of with corporate America. We've seen it in big tobacco and other industries. Essentially, though we found out through studies with public health in the 90s, it turns out that they now have found documents revealing that the companies knew of this information and how toxic they were all the way back to the 60s.
Oh my gosh.
And so since then I've been covering it up and going ahead and unfortunately proliferating these chemicals into the community.
Yeah, I mean, it went as far as memos potentially being destroyed, information that was put out, you know, with some sort of studies that was found they tried to hide. So what's the repercussion here?
So this is why they're really talking about maybe we need some sort of regulatory overhaul where there's stiffer penalties to basically try to turn this, instead of where we are always chasing at the end and trying to figure out how deep down the hole we are. Something that would catch it more, you know, early on, because the penalties would be so severe.
Yeah, so essentially companies not always being able to regulate themselves, but more oversight. Okay, now this is a story we've heard time and time again. Now it's the Lincolns. They are being basically blamed as starting fires, and now the owners are being told to do what?
Yeah, so the scary thing here is not just that the Lincolns can catch on, and this is the Lincoln's MKC compact SUVs from 2015 to 2019, about 143,000 of them. The difficulty here is it's not only when they're running. They actually can spontaneously catch fire even when turned off because of this sensor. And so essentially this battery sensor, once it is damaged, it can cause a short circuit. There's no fuse there to prevent it. So right now, the short-term solution is don't park it in your house, park it outside while they go ahead and install fuses into each one of them.
Okay, this is not what you want to hear as a vehicle owner. Park your car outside, the one that you're paying a really big mortgage to have a garage for. Okay, and then also this one, Conor McGregor sending the Heat mascot to the ER during the NBA Finals. Now, this was, I mean, if anyone saw this, it was all part of a bit. It just went wrong.
It was part of a bit. I think Conor McGregor was out there and he was trying to sell some pain spray that he was part of.
That's ironic.
And it's likely that the whole thing was staged, and he came up and he kind of just gave a couple of swings at the mascot. But what unfortunately happened was that he actually hurt the mascot, went to the hospital, you know, was checked out and then given some pain medication.
Okay, so obviously we know who Conor McGregor is, and the person in the mascot uniform must have known. So what can really happen as a result of this? I mean, it feels like all parties must have been somewhat aware.
So you would look at this and you would first say, is there anything criminal here? And honestly, it's very unlikely there's anything criminal here. And the reason why is it's just no intent. So the next thing you look at is civil. You could say, well, is there some sort of negligence here? Yes. Now, it's likely that they signed a waiver before this whole bit happened. But if they didn't do that, you would have to look at Conor McGregor and say, well, he knows how dangerous he is, and he is. He's dangerous. And so he should have known how to pull his punches properly. Could you sue there? Yes, but are there any damages? And that is, how much money could you get? And honestly, it's not likely there's going to be a lot to this, because the person went to the ER, got checked out, and just gave me some pain medicine.
Yeah, the funny thing is, though, this was all about a pain spray, and the mascot needed pain meds that weren't the pain spray to fix the pain.
Not a great advertisement.
So not a great advertisement.
Part of a settlement, just get, you know, sign off and get like a lifetime supply of this.
There you go.
Endorsement deal.
All right, we have, of course, Dan and Chuck with Del Rio and Caraway. Thank you so much for coming in. We always love having these conversations with you guys. All right, back over to you.
Thanks, guys.
California Railroad Museum is offering rides that have never been open to the public before.
That's right. For the first time, people can now ride on the historic turntable for free today.
Miss Ashley Williams first in line. She's in Old Sacramento getting all the details this morning. Hey, Ash.
Hi, yes, not only am I first in line, but I am the first. You know what? No, we collectively, as a Good Day family and everybody watching at home, we are the first to actually ride the gondola that is on the turntable. But let me kind of break it down for you. So right there, you're going to see the small but mighty #2 locomotive. Now, earlier, Tim, we coupled that up with the gondola. But as we're kind of looking at it right now, people who are just tuning in, what are we seeing?
Well, you're looking at the coupling between the locomotive and the car. It's standard type American Railroad coupler. So we got it coupled up, and in a minute here, we're going to take the turntable for a little spin.
Yeah, so it is a big week. What's happening this week?
It is California State Parks Week. Get out and celebrate your local state parks. Get out, have fun, recreate. Bunch of information at castateparksweek.org. Bunch of activities going on now through the 18th.
Yep.
And including today here on the Railroad Museum, we are giving free turntable rides from 11 to 3.
Yeah.
It's first come, first serve. We're going to be meeting over here by the passenger station. We're behind the museum right now on the turntable.
You know what, Tim? Let's ride it.
Let's
just do it. Hey, Elias,
Come
go ahead
on,
and crank that
train.
up. Let's see it.
Ride it.
Choo choo, ride it, choo choo. All right, so we're spinning, and this is exactly what families can come and do for free today. So let's talk about the history behind a turntable and what that was like back in the day.
Well, this is a historic 1911 turntable built for the Union Pacific Railroad in Yakima, Washington. And when the Railroad Museum was built, it was transported here and donated to the museum. And we use it today to get pieces of equipment in and out of our replication roundhouse here.
Yeah.
And we use it for our railroad operations to turn cars and locomotives.
I think what's really cool is we're just south of the I Street Bridge. But if you ever come to Old Sacramento, you see all of this. Maybe you don't know exactly what it's for, or I've never actually seen anything happen on the turntable. So this is super exciting, even for me personally.
Oh, awesome. It's a really rare opportunity for people to come out and engage with us in a unique way. The turntable is built in the same year as the I Street Bridge by the same company, actually, American Bridge Company. So a little bit of history in both these places here right next to each other.
Yeah, and to be clear, guys, they have never, ever, ever done this in the history of this museum. It's free from 11 to 3 today. So how is it going to work? You obviously load the gondola, and then it happens about every 15 minutes or so.
Every 15 minutes or so, people take a little short ride. We put them onto the turntable. We'll spin the turntable around a couple of times, give them that experience, something that nobody really gets to do other than our railroad workers, and then we'll take them back and drop them off. Turntable rides are free. The museum does cost. It's $12 for adults and $6 for kids. We encourage you to come down. We have some great new exhibits in the museum. You know, it's an awesome day to be out and enjoying the outdoors.
The weather is
Kids are
ideal.
out of school.
Exactly.
Come on down and enjoy with us. You know.
And this is kind of actually a great shot here to kind of exactly pinpoint where we are in Old Sacramento.
Yeah, we're right behind the Sacramento History Museum, right here at the corner of what more or less is Front and I Street. Right behind the Railroad Museum.
11 to 3, it is free. We'll make sure to link everything to the website, gooddaysacramento.com. Today is the only day. So get the kids, take your time, and then get out here. First come, first serve.
First come, first serve.
Right, there it is. All right, guys, let's end with a nice shot of, I don't even know what. There it is, the I Street Bridge. All right, guys, back on over to you.